welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So I'm coming on, guys. It is Saturday and I'm making dinner. Right now it's about 5:30, getting a little bit of a late start. I don't know, I was vegging and just watching some television and we watched the Yankee game and I was doing some drawing, figuring out what I wanted to draw really. Anyway, so right now I'm going to be making vegetable chicken lo mein. So this is kind of a quick, this was kind of a last minute idea that I wanted to make. And so I didn't really, my pantry is not really stocked for it. So because I haven't bought this stuff in a little while, I'm a little short on soy sauce, a little short on hoisin sauce. I have enough of everything, just enough. But, you know, I don't have anything else in my cabinets, whatever. So, but I have enough, you know, to get started. So, I have chicken thighs that I already have cut up, okay? This is garlic I'm cutting up, obviously. I'm going to do onions, carrots, broccoli, and peppers, okay? The water's boiling. I have to go in the back and get the pasta. I'm going to make a little bit over a pound of spaghetti because I don't have enough of the udon noodles that I have over here. I don't have enough for them for everybody, so I'm just going to use this for something else. So I'm going to go in the back and get another pound of spaghetti. I hope I have another pound of spaghetti. I don't buy spaghetti a lot, but I buy a couple, you know, I buy a couple here and there just to have in my pantry for lo mein or something like that. Let me just go check. All right, I don't have any more spaghetti. I only have the 1 pound, but I do have linguine, so I'll put like a quarter of a pound of linguine in there. Let's see what the difference in time. And these take 10 to 11 minutes. Spaghetti takes... where is it? Where's the time? Uh, 9 to 12 minutes. So 10 to 11 minutes. So this one I'll put in first, the linguine, and then I'll put the spaghetti in a couple of seconds after that. Right now, though, I'm going to heat up the pan for the chicken. I'm going to put the chicken and the onions and the garlic in first. And let that start cooking up. This way I can get all the veggies in there. Now I'm using my big like family frying pan. This pan I use for when I'm making a big meal for all of us. All 5 of us are eating. There's 2 men, so it's going to be, you know, a nice amount. Besides the fact that Billy loves this leftover. So, you know, I'm going to make a little bit more than normal. You know, a little bit more than usual. So, like I said, I'm putting carrots, onions, peppers, broccoli, and yeah. I have 2 onions. We like onions. Yankees are playing, they're winning. They were winning and then they were losing and now they're winning again, thank God. So, because yesterday, I think they won. Did they win yesterday or lose yesterday? I forget. We won yesterday, but the day before I think we lost. We won before that though. So, let's hope they pull it out. Because it's the beginning of the season. All right, so the pasta What'd I say? Because I don't even remember. These take 10 to 11 minutes, and this takes 9 to 12. So that's, what is it, what? 10 to 11 and 9 to 12. That doesn't make any sense. All right, I'll put the linguine in first, and then because I'm gonna take it out shy of a little bit anyway. I'm just gonna do it for 10 minutes regardless for both because I'm gonna well no, because I'm gonna put it in the pan, but it's not gonna cook in the pan. Yeah. So I'll do a half a pound, about a quarter of a pound of the linguine. Alexa, set the timer for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And then after the 2 minutes, I'll put the spaghetti in. I'm just giving this a little bit of a mix. Oh wait, the pan is heating up over here. Let's put some olive oil in here. What did they score?
3 runs on the double.
Oh wow. Now I gotta mix this up, cut this other onion in.
6 runs in this inning.
Oh wow.
Maybe?
6 runs?
In this inning alone.
Wow. So I'm doing chicken thighs. Spread this out. So Jenny had a ball with my nephew and my sister. They took her out. They went to Applebee's for lunch, and then they went to Walmart and they bought her all kinds of stuff, some clothes and some fun stuff. And Alexa, stop. Yeah. What was that timer for? What? I don't know what I had a timer for. Oh, for this? No, it couldn't have been. Oh yeah, for this, for the pasta. Hello. So she had a ball, guys. She had a ball. It was so great, and it's really important for me, for her to keep that connection with with her cousins and her aunts and all of that. So I was happy. And they wanted to do it. They love her, My nephew, and Jenny, him and Jenny have a very close relationship. And he's always given Jenny a lot of attention and just really loves her, and she loves him to death. So, yeah, so it was good. She had a nice day. She stayed with them for like 3 or 4 hours. She was out with them, yeah, so. She called me up. She's like, Mom, yeah, look, you gotta know what Aunt Lisa did. Aunt Lisa got me this, and Aunt Lisa got me that. And Lisa said, my sister said she was being a little shy. Which Jenny can be shy. You would never know it. I know she's like Mrs. Social Bug here and everything, and she really is. But she could be a little bit shy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, my sister asked her, what does she want? Because she said, I'll buy you anything, whatever. And, she was very shy. She was like, she didn't want to say, But she had a good time. All right, so I'm just mixing the pasta up a little bit to get it moving around. So I don't want it to stick. I'm letting the chicken cook. I'm going to put the onions and the garlic in there. I probably eat a little bit too much pasta, but I gotta make sure I have enough for everybody. The worst thing is not having enough. I'd rather have a little bit extra than not have enough. So that's just the way it is. The worst thing to me is when somebody comes in and says, is there any more, or can I have a little bit more, and there's not enough. That to me is like, I want to put my head under the couch and crunch it up. Because it's just, and that's the worst thing for an Italian. Like if you grew up in an Italian family, you never ever have a shortage of food. Never. Alright. Alright, so that's cooking. Let's get the onions and the garlic in here. I'm going to save some garlic for the veggies. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to put them in all at the same time. But do all the onions. Can you guys see what's going on here? Alright, I got to put the rest of the stuff up. This is on a pretty high heat. Just breaking up the chicken a little bit. I cut it. Seriously. And this pan too is, this pan I got from TJ Maxx. I have a couple of these type of pans. They're very non-stick, so if you want to get anything brown, you have to put it on the highest heat. That's just the way it cooks, but I love them. I love these pans. I've had this pan for probably 4 years now. It's gotta be that long. Where is the scissor? I think I want to put another piece of, where's the chicken? Another piece of chicken in there. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. So I'm just gonna cut some little pieces in. Dad, move that paper off of there.
You want rubbish?
No, leave it on the table because I want to save it for her address.
You should take a picture of it.
Even though I have it already, but I just want to. Is the heat coming up?
Down here, but upstairs, not.
Well, we have hot water, right?
What do you mean?
If the heat's not coming on, then
Oh, there, yes. Upstairs, no.
Oh.
I just said.
why wouldn't it be coming on upstairs?
I don't
Takes more time to get upstairs.
Oh, it does take a little bit longer, yeah. And it hasn't been on for like 3 or 4 days, no?
Longer than that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe longer than that. Alright, people. Let me wash my hands now because I have chicken all over my hands now. Continue the vegetables. It's on my left hand, not my right hand. And that's gotta go in the thing. Let's get this spread out a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I feel better now. I feel better now. Guys, let me ask you something. Have you ever heard Teddy Swim? What's his name? Teddy Swims, is it? He is, do you know Chris Stapleton who sings Tennessee Whiskey? If you never listened to Chris Stapleton's version of Tennessee Whiskey, go listen to it. And then go listen to Teddy Swims. I don't think he's a new artist, but I just discovered him a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. He is amazing. He sounds just like him, if not better. Just exactly the same. So amazing. If you know who Chris Stapleton is, you know what type of music. It's like, kind of like a bluesy, soul kind of music. Just really, really good. If you know Tennessee Whiskey, if you know that song Tennessee Whiskey, this guy's voice is amazing. I was listening to some of his other songs, you know, not just the ones that like I know, like I knew from other people had, you know, his remakes of them, and just his songs that I've never heard before. Oh my God, they're amazing. They're amazing. Teddy Swims. Go check him out on YouTube, please. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's get the veggies cut up. That's the only really thing about this meal, is that this meal is a little time consuming because you have to, you know, cut all the veggies up. But once that's done, then you're done. I think I'm just gonna do one carrot right now. Carrots, I don't want a lot of carrots, but I want, you know, enough carrots for me and Julie like carrots. Frankie likes carrots too, I think. You gotta have carrots. I want really small pieces. Because I want them to cook quick. I don't want them to be huge. Woo! Watch your fingers, Linda. But yeah, go listen to his music, please. You won't be disappointed. And like I said, if you like Chris Stapleton, you'll like Teddy. All right, let's put the carrots in there. A little lower the flame, just a little bit. Alexa, how much longer on the timer? What do you mean? I didn't hear the timer go. Oh shoot! I never sent it. I never set it again for the 10 minutes. You knuckleberry head, Linda. All right, let's taste this and see if it's done. Got away from me, guys. Got away from me. Another minute. Another minute. The thing is with me, guys, I like when I get lo mein from the Chinese place, I always get vegetable lo mein, and I say extra vegetables. I literally do, because I just love the vegetables. I love the cabbage and all that. I have cabbage. I'm not going to put cabbage in because my family's not used to cabbage in it. So I'll just do the broccoli, the carrots, the peppers, the onions, and the garlic. I never used to really add peppers to my lo meins, but I like the peppers in it. I like the accompany of the peppers in there now. I lowered the flame just a little bit now because I don't want it to burn or get, I don't want the meat to get dried out or anything. Carrots are flying. They're flying now. They're flying all over the kitchen. That's because I'm doing a rush job. Alright, I'm putting the rest of the garlic in. I'm going to do the peppers. I'm going to put a little bit more oil in here. Oh shoot, I got to set the pasta off. Bill, can you do me a big favor, honey?
What?
Can you please come and, drain the pasta for me? I'm going to keep a little bit of the pasta sauce too, guys. The pasta water, I mean. Good to have to thicken up sauce, whatever, even in lo mein.
I gotta get over here.
Yeah, I'll move this. Oh,
Move back. Just move back a little bit, that's all.
yeah.
There's another tunnel.
There should be another pasta over there. I'll be back in a minute, guys. All right, guys. Billy strainer. The spaghetti for me. I'm just gonna cut these. I put red pepper in already. I'm just cutting some orange, just to give it a little bit different color. Put these in. Now we're gonna give it a little mix. I'm gonna pour some of that pasta water in here. Just because I don't want to put any more oil in here, but I want it just to get a little bit of something in there. But oh, it's not oil. Okay, we're gonna let this cook for like a good 5 minutes. Let this, and then we're gonna, while this is cooking, I'm gonna higher the flame just a little bit more now since there's a little bit of liquid in there with that, and then I'll get the broccoli going. The broccoli's in this bag, and I'm gonna do a lot of broccoli because my son loves broccoli, and we all love broccoli, and there's never, ever enough broccoli, ever. Ever. So. These are already cut, into thingies, but they still have to be cut again. They're definitely not small enough. Oh, watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Somebody was telling me about the stems of the broccoli. You keep the stems of the broccoli? I think that's what she was saying, the stems. I forget what you said what to do with them though. Because you know me. I'm forgetful. Very forgetful. Not good. And sometimes I really think I need an MRI. But supposedly, people my age have the same issue, so I don't know. I'm gonna put a little bit more juice in here, a little bit more liquid. And then we're gonna put the broccoli in. Then I'm gonna assess and see if I need to put more broccoli in, guys. And then what I'm gonna do is put the sauce in after this all fries up a little bit. And the reason, this is why I use this big pan, because it's not just lo mein, it's veggies and chicken and, you know, when I make lo mein, like, you know, it's just pasta, so, and like I said, I adore the vegetables, and we really are big on veggies in it, so. I'll use a little bit more, and then the rest I'll use for something else. I have a recipe that I want to make with this broccoli. I want to make something with avocado and with broccoli. I saw a recipe earlier for that I want to do. So I have those plans in my mind. I tell you, today I had a lot of plans. I was going to do start my canning, and all of a sudden I just didn't feel right. Like I felt like, it's not. Something came over me, and I think I just got a little overwhelmed, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna veg today and not do much. And I just listened to my body, you know, and spoke to one of my really good friends, and she put it in perspective for me and said, you know, you had a rough week. You don't realize what the week does to you, and the weekend is kind of like the relaxing mode, you know. And sometimes I like to get stuff done on the weekends, but really, I'm very productive during the week. I am. I'm very productive during the week. So I just gave into it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to push myself. I'll get it done when I get it done. You know, there's so many things that I want to do and get done, and a lot of things, you know, I can't physically do right now. So. But my mind's always racing. It's always racing to do something. I got about 10 things I want to do on my list right now. So, I love that vibrant, you see that green broccoli color? I love it. And I'm really like, you know, I was big on always buying the frozen, like broccoli, and I still buy that. I'm not saying I don't. But I've just been really lately buying the fresh produce. And it's more money. It's definitely more money, you know. But I just feel like it's so much better. Like there's just such a difference in it. All right, make it a mess. What else is new? What else is new, Linda? Alright, so I'm going to start seasoning this up now. Okay. So we got the peppers. The onions. If I could, I would put mushrooms in here, but my son doesn't like mushrooms. Pain in the booty. Alright, so what I'm going to do is gonna start with the seasonings is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some seasonings. Let's do some garlic. Okay. Let's do some onion. I'm going to do some pepper. I'm not going to put any salt in it right now because, you know, there's going to be soy sauce and all kinds of, you know, kind of salty things in here. So, yeah. All right, so that's seasoned up right now. Now I'm going to start with the sauce. I'm going to start putting the sauce in here. So we're going to do soy sauce. Soy sauce. We're going to do hoisin, but we're going to do that in a minute. We'll do a little bit of the sesame. Is this open? No, it's not even open, this one. I ran out of my other one, so. You got to be careful with sesame oil because it could be a little overpowering. Okay, so just go a little easy. Let's put a little liquid in there. I'm out of the pasta water. That's all right. We'll just use a regular. I don't want that to get Where is my other whisk? My other whisk broke, my other big one, and where's my silver one? Have you seen my silver whisk?
Oh,
Why wouldn't it be right in here? I don't get why it's not in here. I just, guys, I don't know how things just disappear. I don't. I really don't. Alright, so that's the soy sauce. Make sure we got it all. We're going to do, I did a sesame oil. We're going to do a little bit of fish oil. Fish sauce, not fish oil. Okay. We're going to do some, we're going to do the hoisin sauce. This is all the hoisin I have, so I'm going to put some water in here. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. But I would normally put more in, but this is what I have, so. Give it a shake. There's a little bit left in here, so I'm going to get put more water in it, and then get the little spatula. Everything falls out of the spatula, Mama thing. Everything. And I just redid all these things. Now I'm missing my other thing. Is it up? No, it's not up there. Here it is. Love this thing, guys. This little spatula thingy. You're able to get all this out of there. See all that? You need to get everything out. That's what's good about like jars too. You can put a little bit of water in it and optimize all what's in here. And there's a little bit more water in here, so I'm going to do a little bit more. There's a little bit more sauce in here. I'm just putting some hot water onto the pasta so it doesn't get all formed up. I hate when that happens. All right. All right, guys. So that's it. See? All clear. Hey, listen, in today's day, you got to take every little bit you can. Because, you know, everything's so crazy. Five spice, guys. I don't know if you ever use this. It's a Chinese five spice. You got to be careful with it because it can be very overpowering. I'll tell you the ingredients in here, but it gives you a little hint of, you know, like Chinese. The spices are, it's a blend of spices used in Chinese cuisine. Add spicy, sweet flavors to stir fries and roasted meats, as well as spice cakes and stuff. Where's the ingredients? I know it's cinnamon. Oh, here. Cinnamon, star anise, cloves, ginger, and buffing agents. What that is, I don't know. And also some ginger, guys. I have some dried ginger. I forgot to keep. I got to make sure. I have to write it on my list to get fresh ginger. And just what you do is you peel it and you just keep it in the freezer, and you just use it as you want to use it. It's perfect, and it's great for, like, you know, dishes like this. But I always forget to do it, and then I end up not having it. So I always have ground ginger in my cabinet, but this, I need to replace this because this is all I have left. So I definitely gonna need more. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna see how this tastes and see if we need anything else in here. Give it a good mix. And we'll taste it, let it simmer a few minutes, and taste it and see if it needs anything else. I do have some, I ran out of soy sauce totally. I do have some packets over here, because my husband, he likes to put the soy sauce on top of his lo mein. So yeah, where is the scissor? I had it. Why does everything disappear in this house? Because I have some of these I want to put in. Let me go get my other scissors. I'll be back in just a second. Guys, I like to put a little bit of sweet and sour sauce in it. I don't want it sweet because my husband does not like it sweet. But you definitely have to have a little bit of sweetness in there. Not overpowering. Because if you overpower it, he doesn't like it. Oh, I think I gotta put the pasta in here. What do you think, guys? Let me taste the sauce and see what. Somebody told me it was a great idea, it is a good idea. I just forget to do it. But to take your spoon like this and put it, I think that's what she was saying, put it on a spoon, so this way you don't have to be worried about double dipping and everything. Because, you know, sometimes I do that, but just by accident or whatever, and people complain. People say, oh, you're double dipping. You know, it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. It's my family. Wow. That's really, really delicious. I'm going to put a few more of these in. You might as well use, when you go to the Chinese stores, you know, and you ask them for sauces, take a couple extra of each one. You don't have to, you know, fill your bag up, but take 2 or 3 extra of each one, because it's it helps you out. It really does help you out. I think I have rice wine vinegar. I think that's what I forgot to put in. Let me find it. Talk amongst yourselves, people. I'll be right there. No, that's not it. That's sherry. No, I don't know. This is ridiculous. I know I had rice wine vinegar. Is that it? Yes, here it is. Here. Whoops. Just a drop. That's like almost like a, I'm always losing tops. Do you notice that? That's just like a little bit of tang to it that you do. All right, I'll be right back, guys, and then I'll show you. I'll put the pasta in. All right, guys, I want to do a little bit of a slurry, a cornstarch slurry, just to give it a little bit of thickness. Okay. We're gonna do cold water. You always do cold water when you do slurry. Okay. Where's the freaking thing? All right, and when I don't know if you know, but when you do a slurry, you don't spill the, you don't do that. That's what you do when you don't spill. You don't drop your you don't drop your whisk like I just did. So I'll just use a fork. Because, you know, I was at the Dollar Tree today. I should have bought another whisk because I don't know where my good silver one is. I don't understand why it's not right here. I really don't. All right, so guys, I'm just gonna do this. When you do a when you're trying to make something thicker, you have to make it has to be up to a boil. Otherwise, it will not come to its thickness consistency. So it has to be simmering at a nice you know, level, and then it makes it thicker. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lo mein in. Okay. I'm going to put the pasta in there. Let's taste this again. Where's my Gazza de Mama spoon? Let's taste it. I think it's good. I'm going to lower it and put the pasta in. Yummy! Alright. I think it needs some more ginger though. I really do. I don't really taste any ginger in here. Alright, I got a new spoon today at the Dollar Tree. So. See, this is what I'm talking about with this pan. This is the biggest pan that I have other than like a big, like I have a huge, like, I don't remember how many quarts it is, like a pasta pot. And it's huge, but this pan right here is what I use to cook when I do big volume, because this is it's wide enough, it's long, it's big enough, it's just perfect, you know. So just mix this up. Can you guys see? I don't have my apron on. Now I didn't put any regular salt in this. Not a thing of salt. So. And you see all those veggies and everything? Ooh, love that. My son will probably say, oh, there's not enough broccoli. There's so much broccoli in here. So just try to get all the... Here we go, guys. It looks like a hurricane hit this counter. It really does. Definitely needs a little bit of salt. And I think it needs some more 5 spice. I'm gonna shut it now. I don't think it needs to cook anymore. Anymore. Yummo, guys. Let's taste it. Dinner.
There?
Why are you so surprised?
I'm hungry. Rosie's ready too. Oh, she's black.
It's burning hot.
She's black.
It's burning hot. I gotta wait a second. Drop it.
Oh, black.
Really, Bill?
Is that on?
It is on.
Well, everybody knows I'm a pig, so.
I feel like it needs something else. I feel like it's missing something. I really do.
Can you try it?
I feel like it's missing something. Maybe more soy sauce, I think. This is all we have, so you're not gonna have much to put on your stuff. He's slurping.
Oh. Where's it worth off?
Yeah, I think that's good. That's it. If you want to put, hot mustard or a little, I have a couple more packets of soy sauce over here. You're welcome to it. I want to taste the sauce is what I want to taste. That's really good. Really good.
What a messy mess. Linda.
You knew I made a big mess, right?
Huh?
I made a big mess tonight.
Not a big deal.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put the top on this, then I'm gonna be back with my plate. All right, people, here it is. Oh my God, it's so yummy. Look at all those veggies. You see what I mean? I want those veggies, and I got some hot mustard, and a little bit more duck sauce for my food. So that's what's for dinner tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the notification button with the bell and the subscribers button so you guys can be subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. Hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share and comment down below. And thank you so much for coming into my home and my kitchen and creating with me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, again, Chinese tonight. Chinese and no takeout. Homemade Chinese. There we go. So, yep, gonna go eat my food now, guys. Love yous. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.